It's a brand new week in your view. Welcome to the show. It's our birth month in your view, yeah. We're gonna be 5 years this month.
Give us some accolade.
I am Mariah Afolabi Brown as always. I have my lovely co-host here. Hi, ladies.
Hi, Mom.
Nima, what's good?
What a weekend. With everybody falling sick and I have to be the nurse.
Oh.
And Ogatu now wanted to add this one that, you know, Mother, we don't have time for me. I was like, excuse me, 2 children, mother, you.
Who will take care of each other?
Men have babies when they are ill.
So this morning, around 2, he had to take over from me.
Yeah.
I just could not continue.
My husband is sick. He's like, Mariel, touch. Is he hot? Is he hot? I'm like, you're hot. Just take some Panadol, you'll be all right. I'm like, you guys are always so funny. I just like to laugh when they're ill.
Please pamper the babies. Pamper, our #1 baby.
So, how are you doing, Jumoke?
I'm amazing, and I'm very, very grateful to God. I'm excited about this week, all the business meetings planned ahead. And I attended the headies just by watching online. Shout out to
like 3 a.m. or something like that. Like,
I mean, if you were supposed to start at 9 p.m., you'll expect that to run till morning.
Right.
Shout out to Arami. The alternative music, you know, is taking center stage, and I'm very, very proud of her. I remember the very first time she came to Freedom Hall, and I was like, what's she doing? What's that? You know? But I'm very proud of the woman that she has become. Some people were, you know, speculating maybe she did some things. No. Aramide's music is phenomenal.
Yeah,
and she has paid her dues.
Interestingly, I saw her at an event, I think a week or two, and she was introducing herself to Dubai. Like, my name is Aramid. I'm like, we know you. So Dubai, she's like, no, I never met him before. I'm like, no. I mean, your work speaks. We know you know, but she's amazing. She's doing such a great job. How are you doing, Nabi? We'll be celebrating you very soon like this, though.
Yeah.
We'll say female rappers, you know, we'll be talking about you like this. This time next year. You'll be at the headies.
God day.
What's up?
I'm doing excellent.
Amazing,
I'm doing amazing. On Saturday, that heavy rain, I was on my way back from. I had a studio session. So on my way back, you know, when you come out from Alausa, that Agidimbi, Lasma Junction, the traffic lights, and these traffic guys were under the rain, trying to help us, you know, stop traffic and make sure that and people were not ignoring them. Car drivers were just... So
what did you do?
You know, and I felt terrible that these people are under the rain. I was even feeling for them. When they catch cold, the rain was really heavy and nobody was paying attention. They were practically chasing after cars. So we can't have, you know, we can't have always pray for good leaders when we are not good followers ourselves.
And also, they should be well kitted too. The rainy season.
They had their
raincoats
on, but then the rain was still really...
Rain was really bad. I was actually caught up in the whirlwind, that the wind, not the full whirlwind, but the wind stuff that I was going through, I actually caught up in it, and the sun all over my body. I was outside. I was going to go and buy something at the store. Something just told my brain, park the car and walk to your house, because this is a terrible situation. So actually, I mean, I got caught up in that, but it was really okay. I don't have electricity.
I was home, enjoying the rain.
Chilling.
No lights.
Taking coffee.
Yes, we haven't had electricity since
Saturday,
then.
yeah.
Where do you live?
And it was actually in the newspapers. Excuse me.
We stay on the same axis.
Excuse me.
So, okay, she may complain, live in the mansion.
Honestly.
She may complaining. You have your mansion.
What's your land use charge again?
5,000.
Let's go on a break. When we come back, we'll look at the front pages of the newspaper. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Right. We're going to just go through the pages of the papers. The Punch, Ekiti. It's all over the papers. Oni. Ojodu, attack Fayemi. Ojudu.
Yeah.
Ojudu, attack Fayemi. APC once primary concluded. Party meeting turns violent in Anambra as Ngige escapes attack. Rainstorms force power generation down by over 1,000 megawatts.
Yeah.
5 police cadets die in accident. 2019, vote for credible leaders. Adeboye urges Nigerians. And bandits kill 45 in Kaduna village, says Commissioner of Police. INEC wants political parties against flouting campaign rule.
One interest.
The cadets, did you read that story?
Yes.
They rammed into.
5 police cadets. They were going on holidays, actually. And some of the civilians so they had an auto crash, and 5 of them died immediately. Very, very sad story. May their souls
young guys,
rest in
very young,
peace. Yeah, very, very young. I mean,
they are on leave.
Moving from their
Days?
Yes, to go on holidays, not leave, holidays.
Let's take Ekiti, because this is a Governor Wike is all over the...
What's a word congress? Across Ekiti, River State.
What are your views on what happened? What did the paper say first, and then what?
Okay, let me just say what the paper said. Ekiti now is the major story in the papers, and you know, Ojodu, Oni, and Co. are believing that
Ojudu, yes,
that the Congress elections in primaries in Ekiti State was made because of Fayemi. Basically, he had 2 of his friends on the election committee, and that he wasn't. Everything was not favorable for them, so they want the elections cancelled and redone. Fayemi is insisting count the ones that they have already voted. Now, there are allegations that monies were flying around. And if people are saying that this election should be redone, and someone is saying count the ones that they have done, it's kind of suggestive that the one I have spent, I mean, people first count that one.
I was not there,
so
but I saw video.
That's just me concluding.
I saw video from there.
Terrible videos.
Where there was one fat plumpy man like this, very angered, just started hitting all the boxes. And the policemen, one now held him. Then while they were holding that one, another one went there and scattered it well. Now, if you're saying count, how are you sure that they did not throw things on the floor when they were scattering those boxes? So they have to do the elections again.
Well, World Congresses are the closest to the people. World representatives across local governments are the closest to the people. They're the ones that will vote eventually.
Nominate and
so I wonder if we cannot get this first step right.
They just gave Fayose an opportunity to be laughing.
Let me tell you what he said.
Laughing and
Let me just tell you what he said. Governor Fayose of Ekiti, who magnanimously allowed the APC to hold their primaries in the Ekiti Stadium, now said that if they cannot just conduct primaries, that is internal, how do you expect them to do general elections?
This is what they say, like you have,
it's about really, time that in Ekiti State, the APC does their house, does whatever
unfortunately,
no, in Ekiti State particularly, 33 candidates, they should be able to arrive at a conclusion.
They should put their house in order.
Streamline to 5.
But the
strong
sad part,
members
is
to
that
have
across
the
the country, there were issues. Lagos, I mean, although our governor in Lagos was saying that it was peaceful, but there are reports that people are asking for cancellation too in Lagos.
Meanwhile, Imo State Governor Sokorocha, was nearly crying on camera. That how can representatives disappear in this house? The police must bring him out.
Go inside and bring him. You practically was looking for.
Let us move on to the nation, because Governor Wike obviously sponsored, I think, 3 papers. Is it Vanguard, Nation, and Sun? His issue with this Mr. Akin Fakorede. Anyway, if you look at the Nation, bandits kill 45 in Kaduna, El Rufai Army Battalion for burning Gwari. Lagos begins payment of 6 billion naira compensation. Roa hails Uwobi's show against Burnley. How to identify bombers by Buratai. Congress's APC asked aggrieved members to appeal. Again, bottom here is a picture of Akin Fakorede. He's a commander, FSARS Rivers State, and I think it's just an is it what they call this?
Let me just summarize.
It's an advertorial.
Allegations against him is being returned to Rivers State after being posted out of Rivers State to Yobe recently. So the state is aggrieved, and the governor magnanimously sponsored 3 papers to carry.
How much is that again?
It's about 60 million.
No.
Sorry.
No, last I checked,
Did
it was
they
about...
not say 20 million for the cover of Punch?
Front
No,
page.
I don't think
Front cover.
20 pages, not 20
Front
pages, too much
page.
money.
Okay, let's just say 30.
Front page.
Approximately.
For all 3 papers, 10 million.
Front page.
The Lagos State has started compensating property owners, those people whose properties were either taken over by government or destroyed. And they started paying last Friday. There were over 100,000 recipients at Alausa. The people are even coming out to say that the officials were treating them well, giving them refreshments, you know. You just sign when you are done. You just sign.
So our own was fence.
If your property is within a legally acquired area that you have
Yes.
documents that are legal for,
Yes.
you are entitled to compensation.
compensation.
But if you're already a trespasser or something like
and
that,
their own was trespassing, that they had kiosks on
They were
Billion
not
naira
allowed,
is
they were not
being
supposed to
used
have.
for it, 6 billion.
Wow.
So
you
people
see,
are happy.
Ministry of Transport,
Government,
Federal Ministry of
thank you,
Transport,
Lagos
please
State
follow suit as Lagos State. Compensate the people so that I don't have to travel to Abeokuta again to pursue this compensation that I'm working on.
Okay, let's move on to. So what was the bandits that attacked?
I read that story.
You can take it in Vanguard.
Okay.
Let's move on to the Daily Sun.
Okay.
Bloodbath in Kaduna, 45 killed. APC continues to boil over the ward congresses. Hoodlums burned council secretaries in Bauchi. Okorocha orders the arrest of election committee members. It's crazy. Same thing with in Castina State, even the president's own state. Everywhere across Imo State, there was Sokoto, Bauchi, Kwara, the whole works. Yeah. They needed to get their acts together. Let's talk about this bloodbath in Kaduna.
So they're alleging that the bandits came from Zamfara, and they just came into a local government in Kaduna and started shooting, and most of the victims were women and children who could not defend themselves. 45 as that, and most papers sort of agree on the numbers this time around.
Yes.
People were killed and several others injured, and everyone is coming out to say that this has got to stop. Pastor Adeboye in the Punch, I think, was mentioning that if this bloodbaths do not stop, that there will be no elections in 2019.
Maybe there wouldn't be any elections here, suggesting.
His own personal views.
Yes, and he made it very clear that he's not a prophecy. Don't go and say,
no, because people started coming.
He did not prophesy. He said it was my personal opinion.
Yeah.
So again, this issue, our aggrieved governor, Governor Wike, let's not sweep the issue that the carpet. I mean, this man coming back as the commissioner, Aki Fakorede being reassigned to his state is actually an issue, because he has raised some issues, the things that allegedly this man did.
Do you
and
remember
it's
the
pretty
former
unfair.
commissioner of police in Rivers State? What's his name? That's our very...
Is it Umbu?
I think it was Umbu.
Was it Umbu?
That was very...
He came to Lagos State, and we told, Oga, better go back to where you're coming from. Please, somebody will remind us the name. Governor Wike was okay with Commissioner Umbu, Abi.
The appropriate thing is for him to petition I think the SARS is also under the police commission.
Right.
Petition them properly that you have issues against the person.
Yeah, I think they should.
Nigerians have issues against SARS, and nobody has responded to us since.
Abi?
Hopefully the response to Governor Wike. Moving on very quickly to Telegraph. New Telegraph. Banks are cheating us through ATMs. Customers cry out. APC crisis worsens. Party members burn local government secretariats. Parallel congresses in states. Some states had parallel congresses.
Imagine.
Ekiti Buhari's minister advised a fight over aborted Guba primaries. Leadership crisis rocks Code of Conduct Bureau. Okay, so who has the ATM story?
Two of them. I have the Code of Conduct Bureau and the ATM stories. Quickly, the ATM story, the report was taken in Abuja, and you noticed that ATMs across other banks were limiting withdrawal limits to 10,000.
Yes, so 10,000 naira.
So you are forced to withdraw if you wanted to take 50,000
or 60.
Or 60. You are forced to do it 3 times or several times to qualify you to pay 65
That's 65 naira.
They need it. And it's not only in Abuja. I have personal experience of all the banks on Old Ojo Road. And the ones in Festac doing the same thing.
It's all the banks, so except your own bank.
No. I withdrew last week here. This bank here, there's a bank there, and it was a different ATM, and I had to withdraw normal 20,000.
No. On my own bank, 10,000 naira with my own card.
On your own bank?
Yes, my own bank. Yes.
My bank will allow me to do 20,000.
My bank 40.
So it's intentional.
Let me not mention their name. Down the
so
street.
CCB.
Let's move on though. We can't. I want to take the Mieti Allah story in Tribune.
Okay, I have
Despite violence, APC claims ward congress is successful. Mieti Allah threatens to withdraw cows from Lagos to Ogun. A rainstorm destroys over 100 houses in Ondo and Ekiti. APC primaries, we know how that story went. Tell us about Mieti Allah.
Now, the association in Lagos here are threatening to withdraw their cows and their services from Agege Abattoir to Ogun State because there's a demolition that's about to happen. And they've complained that the place has been demolished like 4 times now, and they've lost millions of naira on that. So if the government is not coming out to give them a temporary place where they can stay before that,
they're in a temporary place right now, but their issues are, listen, we've been very understanding that you have to demolish. Understand our plight.
In the papers today, Governor of Lagos State is closing down the Okoba Abattoir for child prostitution and sale of human parts. Right. And they're saying that they're relocating them somewhere else. So Mieti Allah better carry their cows quickly.
And go. Whoa.
Okay. Our final part is this day. You see here, Dogara showing ranching can work. He's carrying a little calf. Oh, cute. Oh.
Is that a little cow or a kid?
Is a kid. Oh, is he a kid? Is a cow for?
I think he's a kid.
It's a kid.
Yeah. Oh,
What's the
realize.
for now?
The small. It looks really cute though.
Oh, okay.
I think he's a pet. And on the journey is for food.
Unfortunately, that's all we can take on front page review when we come back.
Foreign mentality.
We're discussing women in politics. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Thanks for staying with us. So, for some time now, Nigerian women have been clamoring for more political positions. Recently, the League of Women Voters in Nigeria, LWVN, has placed heavy demands on all political parties ahead of the 2019 general elections. According to reports, the women are demanding the office of the vice president, 12 governorship positions, and the total enforcement of the 35% affirmative action in all appointments. Joining us on the show are two ladies, lawyer and a political aspirant. First, Josephine Uzoya Chikweme. Did I get that right?
It's Ijekweme.
Ijekweme. Welcome to the show, madam.
Thank you.
And we also have the Secretary, Nigerian League of Women Voters, Faith Nwadishi. Welcome to the show, madam.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
To give us your views, you can call us on 070-806-68014. You can also tweet to us at TVC Connect. Please hashtag YourViewTVC so we can read your tweets. I know Josie is not part of the LWVN, but however, you are running for office, which is a great conversation to have with you.
I think I should join the group. I like their demands.
Exactly. Well, before we get into your aspirations and what you plan to do, because I know you're part of a SDP, I believe. That's your party. Yes. Let me start with you. Faith. The demands. For those who have no idea what these demands are, could you, in a nutshell, tell us what you're asking for and how you're working towards getting it?
Thank you so much, and thank you for having us on this show. The first thing we are demanding is that for any political party that is featuring a presidential candidate, we are asking that the vice presidential candidate must be a woman. Okay. And it's natural for us to ask that. We know that it is women that put people in position, so why not give us at least a vice presidential candidate? Right. If there's any political party that is bold enough to put a woman as a presidential candidate, we are all in for it, because we know the qualities of women and what women can bring to homes and, in fact, the governance system of Nigeria. Then the second aspect is that there is a gender policy in Nigeria that has been passed a long time ago. Right. There's a 35% affirmative action everybody talks about. So it's most governments, successive governments, even political parties have them in their party manifestos. They say they are going to give 35% affirmative action positions to women. But what happens? We don't even get 5%. We're not talking of the 3 that's in front of the 5. So we don't even get that. So we're demanding that people should begin to walk their talk. Yes. If you put it in paper, we want to see it in action. We are also asking beyond that we should have at least 12 state governors. Yes, at least. It is at least, because we have 36.
You know, that's why I wanted to ask. Considering that the 35% affirmative action failed at the House.
Exactly.
Yes. How realistic are these demands? Considering that, you know, the society that we live in is highly patriarchal. How realistic are these demands?
Yeah, you know, it depends on us to be able to move and ensure that these things are done. If women sit down and agree that these demands are things that we need, we agree that it is high time we deliver on this, we can work for it. Yes, members of the women who are in political parties, who are in the hierarchy of the political parties, can demand that this has to be done. And then we put the voices of every Nigerian woman to say, if this is not given to us, we are not going to... so we have the power, we have the voice, and we have, of course, our PVC to determine what is given to us.
Okay, so... Josephine.
Yes.
you can answer the question, but it's directed at Faith in that nobody is going to give you anything.
Exactly.
Right? But we have the numbers. So let's just galvanize ourselves and say, women know it's any political party that has a woman as maybe governor or deputy president, or they have that 35% affirmative action that will vote for. But the last administration had 35% affirmative action in their appointments. And the women in that government that stole, they stole, not like the men.
Why do we put the gender coloration to stealing?
Exactly.
It could be a man, it could be a woman. Men too stole.
So they threw it at us at the time.
We gave an opportunity. And
so when we gave you the opportunity, and there are many names like that we can actually...
Let me let Josephine respond to that.
You don't say you are giving us opportunity as women, because we constitute 49% of this population.
Right.
We should be part of the decision makers. Yes. We should be part of the policy makers. The problem we have with Nigerian women is that very few Nigerian women are in political parties.
Their husbands will not allow them.
Because of patriarchy, because of gender stereotypes, because of custom, because of tradition, because women are nurturers, they are caregivers, they provide reproductive services. These are the challenges that women face. They are not excuses. They are the challenges. But we also face with another form of challenge, which is the fact that financially, women don't have the capacity.
Right.
Not a majority of women will want to put their money where their mouth is.
Right.
Some political parties have made forms.
And the funniest thing is that a lot of women support political parties all across the board.
Right.
They do make all these small things that they get thrown at them, like, let's settle you. You know, they do make this.
Okay,
but
let me let you
I wanted to say that, you know, on this couch, we've had governorship aspirants coming here, and we've had a couple of them, just one woman. Okay. So my question is, are women really ready to take up these political positions? Or are you just, you know, trying to push them out? Because you can't cry more than the bereaved. Do we have people who are ready to, okay, I want to be a governor, I want to be the vice president. Do we have that?
Just you want to take that?
For me, I'm ready to represent my constituency. I came out and I said, I want to do this.
What are you running for, please?
I'm running for House of Representatives.
What state?
In Edo State, Eastern Northeast, Southeast Federal Constituency. And when I came out to say I wanted to do this, I had a lot of people come to me to tell me that you don't know what is going to happen to you. Politics is a dirty game. Many people will ask you to sleep with them. Many people... Have
you experienced that?
Well, I have experienced some.
Okay. And how have you been able to overcome?
Pardon?
How have you been able to overcome those things?
I simply told them that I wasn't in politics to exchange my body for political appointments. I'm in politics to show leadership, contribute to development as a part of the population.
Just to say that one of the reasons why the Nigerian League of Women Voters came about is really to address your question. To be able to create that platform where women can come. We have seasoned women politicians who are visionaries of this League of Women Voters. For instance, our national president, she was one time the advisor, National Assembly advisor to President Obasanjo. She was one time also the SSG in Delta State, and she's been a governorship aspirant. She was a governorship aspirant in the last dispensation. So we have a lot of women like that who are leaders in their political parties and are willing to mentor younger people to ensure that they come out, they have the desire to hold the positions, and they have that platform, and the percentage of women supporting them to ensure that they deliver.
Professor Shonaya of Kowa Party was on this couch 4 years ago, and I asked her very tough questions. People were saying, you people are saying women don't come out, women don't come out. See how you are attacking the woman. And my attack at her was because I knew I was going to vote her. So what are you doing exactly? Because it seems like you don't have a political structure. So my question to you is easy to just come and say all these things. We demand. Do you have a political structure that will ensure that any woman that decides like she wants to be Josephine is not sexually harassed, is not threatened, is not killed built. Because that's the reason we stay back at home.
And has the financial backing. Even if it is a foolproof, let us all now start paying 1,000 naira to support this woman.
Yes. You know, when I said the league was set up to address your very question, is also to be able to give women, you know, that family to be able to address those questions. But the problem is, you have women who are in these political parties, they don't come out to say, these are the issues we are facing. And I tell you, with the kind of women, the structure that we have set up, we have women across the political parties in Nigeria, not just one political party. So when you have that voice, common voice coming out, you have a strong backing for women. You have, if it means getting women to even pay as little, if every woman in Nigeria pays as little as 100 naira, we don't even have to go to 1,000 naira, as little as 100 naira. I'm telling you, we shall be producing women presidents, women governors in the country. I tell you.
Break. When we come back, we'll continue this conversation. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Thanks for staying with us. So, Julie, yes, you had a question?
Okay, yeah. Senator Stella Odua mentioned 2 months ago in an article that the bill, which was being rejected by the Senate, that's a 35% affirmative action bill, will be reintroduced to the Senate. So what's the fresh fact on that now? Has it been introduced? Has it been accepted? What are we looking forward to?
The 35% affirmative has been passed.
Policy. It's a policy.
It's the female equality.
The gender equality. Yes. That was what I was
told. It as a bill. It was turned down. So they reintroduced it under the gender equality bill. That was an Olujimi was in.
And that stands right now.
Now to that question. How is your own organization helping to push to ensure that these laws of gender equality are passed? What do you have any lobbying plans, or what are you doing on that end?
We do have. We have outlined a program to meet with all the political party leaders and also the leadership at the National Assembly, including state assemblies. Because we find that most times when you have laws at national level and you need to get the state buy-in. So we're outlining meetings with, including the INEC chair himself, to look at political parties, ensuring that part of what they do is monitoring the manifestos of political parties, party financing, for instance, coming into that, and all of that.
Manifestos that they usually deny after election.
So what we are going to do is, when we engage them, we get a commitment statement out of them that we need to follow up. That has always been missing. That has always been missing.
Chizoba, are you there from Abuja?
Yes, good morning.
Go ahead, please.
Hello, my name is Chizoba. I'm a first-time caller.
Hi, Chizoba.
Hi. Okay, yes, I want to say that, you know, I want to say that, you know, I work in a political party, and I've been there for many years. And I can tell you that this call about not allowing women to participate in politics is like somebody crying without being beaten up by anybody. Because I can tell you that I have encouraged women to come out to contest. We have, you know, we even make sure that they don't. We give them nomination forms
free of charge.
Yes. But you find out that they don't come out. Some people will tell you, "Oh, my mother-in-law will not hear of it." Oh, my husband, you know. So, but these people that are coming out to say men don't allow us to take part in politics is the men that it is not so.
Okay, thank you very much for that point. Let me come to Josephine.
I was going to interrupt you when we were talking about, when I said, are these not excuses? Because we know the society, your mother-in-law will not agree, father-in-law, your husband will not agree. You have an ambition to do something. If you believe so much in it, you walk the talk. most women are given free forms, and yet they don't finish the work. You are in a political party, you have an ambition, you're not going to the grassroots, you're not meeting the people you need to meet, you're not talking to the right people. We had Madam Honorable Abike Dabiri here saying that, you know, she's in touch with the people. She knows where her voters were coming from. In Ikorodu, she went and did her work. Yeah. How many women are willing to do this?
In addition to that, right, the men have been the one in politics, so they are the ones with the finance. Nima, let's not forget that. Yeah. It takes money to be going to the grassroots. If you are going to them empty-handed, yes, you will find some people who will follow you because of your passion and your belief. But if you're not giving them anything, a lot of times it's hard work.
I don't totally agree with you, but let me let you respond to that.
I'm going to agree with her. She's saying the fact. Let's just be frank.
Okay.
Grassroots politicking is what I want to do, and I have been doing it. But my sister, it takes money.
Yes.
You can't go to grassroots. You don't buy. Let me talk now. You don't buy drinks for elders, or you don't give cola nuts. There's still stomach infrastructure. Trust me, they will listen to your stories.
So how do we change from
I totally disagree.
I am into politics, and I'm telling you my experience.
Okay, fine. So let me take this call from
I'm not
and come back
giving
to you. Your morning, are you there? Thanks for calling.
Yeah, good morning.
Go ahead, Bernard. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, my question goes to the women. I want them to educate us. At times, when a woman wants to represent her husband's place, the people there will be agitated.
Okay.
It's not part of us, so it's not part of us, so you should go to her place of birth. So I want the women to tell us where is the woman supposed to represent.
Okay. Thank you. That's a very good point.
Place of birth or husband's place.
Bernard, fantastic question. Are you aware of this issue and what? Let me let you go.
Yes, it's an issue that has always, you know, disturbed us, especially when you have a qualified woman who maybe her immediate family or the extended family of her husband feels that she's qualified and they appoint her. You see the other people from the state saying, oh, she's not part of us.
She's not from
but she's not from our state. But this is a woman that has left her home, changed her name, become part of you, speaks your language, takes care of you. So what we need to do...
Someone like Mariah,
yes.
Will she represent Lagos State where her father is from? Or Ekiti, where her husband is from? What's the right thing?
Where is she stronger?
Exactly. It depends on where she's stronger. For us. Okay. It depends on where she's stronger. Because apart from that, apart from the fact that she has left her home, most of the contributions economically, politically, everything she has done would be where she has been in. Right. So why would you deprive her of that opportunity to represent where she is?
Let me let Josephine add to that.
Yes. Well, I would say that where she's stronger, basically where she has the most influence, where people can actually rally for her. If it's with her in her husband's place, you can stay there. But if it is where your father is from, definitely.
Let's go back to the issue of money part, because that was the issue that Nima had raised. We agree money is politics in Nigeria. Yes. But is it possible that we do things differently? How? Because as a woman, we are nurturers, we are caregivers. Yes. If you provide service for the people, volunteering, you try to get that support on the grassroots. It's not always about you throwing money around. That's the president, the men have put aside for saying that once we don't have money, can't go. We can actually set a new precedent. You know what? If you actually provide service, yes, you do your own business, you have your own money, your own thing, but provide service, but let people know that you are there in their own interest. It's not about their immediate.
I wasn't talking about just even giving them money. Professor Shonaya stayed on Twitter because she didn't have money to travel the 36 states of Nigeria. Logistics, hotel, feeding, transportation.
Right.
It costs money,
and that's why a group like yours is important for us to help.
That's what we do. You know, that's part of what we do in the league is also to create a platform for women to develop themselves economically. We'll give economical support, empowerment to women. We create that platform. It's not that we bring out the money. You train them and build them to be able to sustain whatever there is. And moreover, what we have also done is to create a platform at grassroots level. Right now, there's the 36 states, including the Federal Capital Territory. You have chapters there. And in each chapter, we have asked members to go back to the local government areas. You identify with your local government areas. You identify with your ward. And you have a representative there who is mobilizing people. So we are doing something differently. You know, we're doing something differently.
Come to you. Super K from London. Morning, thanks for calling.
Even me, I want to join you now.
Please join.
Super K from London, go ahead, please.
Good morning,
go ahead.
ladies, and good morning, real women.
Good morning.
Very colorful this morning and a very interesting topic. Now, initially called to say something else, but I'll just quickly jump on. I'm moving back. This topic. Now, I think for women, it is an opportunity. Let us see it as an opportunity for women to go into politics.
Yes.
Now, it's a double opportunity for women that come from somewhere, that got married to her husband. It means you have a choice.
Yes.
Now, you can now be certified by people to say yes by entitlement because of your contribution, or you can be by consensus. If you are like a daughter of someone that has contributed to that society, they'll say yes, because your father did, or your mother did this and that, you qualify.
Okay.
Then, because you married a man, he now gives you a double opportunity. That now say, yes, you can represent because of your status, your social contribution, your perspective, and all that.
Okay.
And then, please, women should not look for women to support women alone. There are men out there, someone like me, that will support women. I have been advocating for women groups in London and other working with people like, like Bimbola Junaid and all that. We've been
Thank you very much,
for women.
okay, for your comments.
So
Really appreciate
women,
it. Yeah, thank you very much for your
you leave
comments.
that place, set up a group, men for women.
Yes.
Fantastic. Well
Men
done.
for women.
Let me take a question, then we're going to break. Yes.
I wanted to say we have established the fact that politics in Nigeria is expensive. So how do you get funding for your organization? Do you seek for help outside? Do you tax yourselves to, contribute because you need money in as much as you're getting the forms for free, just to support? At some point, we'll get to that point where everybody will buy their forms.
Yes,
so how do you get funding?
We get funding from members' contribution. When there's a project to be done, people voluntarily, and that's one thing that has worked so perfectly. People voluntarily decide to give whatever they can give. If there's going to be a meeting, somebody can say, I can support 2 people or 3 persons. Wow. I'll take care of myself, and it's so wonderful.
And we contribute.
Let's go on a break. When we come back, we'll conclude this conversation. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
I'm going to take you up on...
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Thanks for staying with us. So, Nima, you're going to ask
So,
a question.
Josephine.
Yes, my sister.
This is an Edo question. I'm from Esako West. You're going for the Esa constituency. What is your relationship like with the people on ground? And I mean the elders. I'll tell you this because the former governor, Shomole, contested as governor under Labour Party. And nobody believed he would go. But the past Benin king said, this is my candidate. And that was how he did it. He didn't spend so much money like the person on ground. You know the Esama, they are very rich.
Yes.
So I want to understand what your relationship is with the people at home.
Well,
The leaders, the traditional elders at home.
for now, I would say that my relationship, I'm building it with my ward.
Okay.
Ubierumu, where I'm from. I've met with the elders. I've met with women to tell them about my plan.
Okay.
Go ahead.
To tell them about my plan to represent my people, to provide the leadership that will bring development into that area.
My question is also for you, Josephine, because we have said that maybe the bicameral legislature is not working for us in Nigeria. The cost of governance is so expensive. We're paying 70% recurrent to all our political leaders and appointees and, staff. Why don't we just do one house, maybe House of Reps or Senate, and pay them less? Well, if they were paying a rep minimum wage,
first of all,
would you still go to the House of Reps?
Yes, I will.
Why?
Because the issue is about leadership. It's not about money.
Okay.
And moreover, if you want to remove one of the houses, that would require constitutional amendments.
Yes.
I will recommend a reduction in the numbers of days a seat.
Okay, all right.
Maybe that one will have something to do with
reducing the allowance.
Because of time, we have to run off, because I want to talk about PVCs. What are you doing to galvanize women to actually get their PVCs? Because a lot of people still have that. They still vote apathy across the country, especially with young people and women?
The message we give out there is that the PVC is your power. Without the PVC, all that we are saying is just talk. There's no action. So the first action is go to collect your PVC. INEC always says that they have PVCs and people are not collecting it. Yes. So what we have done, because of the structures I told you about, that people have now gone to their wards, at the local government areas, committees are set up to ensure that they get women to collect their PVCs, those ones that they have not collected, and also to go register. Registration is ongoing, and for the first time in the history of the electoral process in Nigeria, we are seeing registration of voters the way it is actually enshrined in the Electoral Act. So people should go out, register, ensure that you come out to check your names, and when the PVCs are ready, you collect them. But those who have registered long time, I have a friend who said he registered like 2011, and he's still going around with his temporary voter's card. Right. You can imagine that. Right.
Yeah,
and his voter's card is somewhere.
Is this demand not coming too late? Considering the fact the election is very close, how do we? Yeah,
no, we still have time. We still have time because party primaries, they have not done party primaries except for Ekiti and maybe Osun
because the
elections are this year. So 2019 is still very far off. Okay. If women agree, you know, when women agree, for me, I get excited. Once women agree, if we take a decision today, tomorrow it's done.
It's done. I have a tweet, please. It says, Isaac, even if the women are ready, I don't think leaders in this country will agree. Remember that Buhari once said the wife belongs to the kitchen, and that's
other room.
That's a clear sign our leaders don't want women in politics. How do we change the mindset of our men that we can actually take up this position and do well?
We need to show by example that we are serious.
Very true.
And that we are ready.
Very true.
Nobody gives you.
I agree.
You need to take.
Exactly.
You need to
the kingdom of God is taking
violence.
Power is not selling.
Olawale Ayodele says, you guys representing women in broadcasting have got a great job on your hands to liberate women folks in Africa. U.S. women on TV helped. Akinola says it's not in the genes of Nigerians to vote women into high elective posts. Let's change the narrative. Women, arise. SA says, Jumoke, you shouldn't raise eyebrows to women participation because some women messed up when 35% was enforced. Ken Orimalade says, sometimes dream is a child play, but I believe it can be achieved with passion. I love the revolution to have women in political offices, even the presidency.
Okay, Andrew is talking to all of us. All your mates in Argentina, India, Mauritius, Liberia, UK, Malawi, and Bangladesh have all had presidents and female reps in their nations.
We desire it.
I said we deserve
it. K says, even the cultures and traditions we have has already incapacitated women. The ideology of men being the head all the time is a huge problem.
We have to round up, but I think it's a good start. And I think I appreciate what your organization is doing. What I'd like you to do is, the moment you guys have decided which party is meeting these demands, let us know. So we'll project that party. Women can then decide.
It shouldn't be about party.
Okay.
Because women can be from different parties.
No, it doesn't have to be one. It could be multiple parties. Let us know if two or three parties, any party that you know, that you've identified, that is already making changes and is making efforts towards this, let us know. It could be 5, it could be 10. We will announce it and say, women, these are the parties we're going to support. Because any party that gives a woman an opportunity is ours.
Definitely. We'll definitely share with you the outcome of our meeting with the party leadership.
Yes.
We are going to meet with all the political parties and then meet with INEC also and meet with all the relevant stakeholders. And whatever statement of commitment we get, we're going to let you have it.
We will support
and we have to monitor it and ensure that they deliver.
You mean you support us?
We'll support you.
We'll
support us. We're all together, actually. We'd like to end with that phrase. Once women agree, it's history.
It's history,
Once we agree,
it can be done.
It can be done. Have a fabulous day. We'll see you tomorrow. Oh, our 5-year anniversary is coming up 29th of this month.
Wow.
We're going to be celebrating. It's going to be an exciting month. It's a 5-day-long activity. I think first day we're going to be having exercise and walk. Tuesday we're giving out gifts. Wednesday we'll have meetings with some important guests. Thursday we're going to be picnic, and Friday we're going to have a colloquium.
Oh, really?
Have a fabulous day. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye.